Hey guys, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you are new, hey sis, I hope you subscribe. The button is down there. Okay, so today I present to you this soft pink glam fall inspired look for you. So if you like to see how I achieve today's look, then keep on watching. So for foundation today, I'm taking my Milani Conceal Perfect 2-in-1 foundation in the shade Nutmeg. It's been a minute. Like, I know I said this in my last makeup tutorial, but it's really been a minute since I recorded. I haven't recorded since my closet remodel revamp video, which that was about 2 weeks ago, maybe even longer than that. I'm not quite sure, but your girl has been going through it mentally. For brows, I'm taking my brown pomade from XXRevolution in the shade medium brown. Now to highlight, I think I'm going to combine these two concealers, my Revolution and then my Milani. My Milani is more golden and brighter than my Revolution, which is a tad bit on the I'm gonna say this is like a peachy undertone. On the website it said golden, but it doesn't really look golden to me. And this is super full coverage, and it like does not move. Like once you set it, once it dries down, it does not move. So if you are slow in blending out your highlighted areas, you gotta move fast. You gotta move your feet with this one. To contour, I'm taking my Fit Me concealer in dark coffee first to really sculpt my face and make it snatched, and I'm gonna blend that out first. I'm gonna take my foundation brush and blend that out even more. I'm not quite sure why I stopped using this powder, especially over the summertime, because I did, well, I wouldn't even call it summer. When I did go out, like especially on my Vegas trip, not quite sure why I didn't bring this me, because it's super matte and it would have been perfect in Vegas because it was hot as ever. To bronze, I'm using my Revolution Mega Bronzer in 03 medium. Love this bronzer. I am once again on a hunt for a new bronzer. I just want new makeup in my collection, to be honest. Like there's nothing wrong with what I have, but I would like some more makeup, some new makeup, base makeup that is. I'm going to put a little bit more powder on the outer areas of my face because I am using purple today, and purple likes to stain the girl's face and we don't want that. So I'm taking my Fenty powder again. The palette that I am using today is my XXRavanza palette from XXRevolution. So this is actually like a little recreation because I did do this look this past weekend when I went out with my friends. I wasn't able to record it that day because your girl was in a rush, and I don't like to be late to things, especially if it's not my event. So I just decided, let me just recreate it for you guys because I thought it was a really pretty look. I'm taking this light pink shade in the pink section, and I am just packing that on in the front. This is a really pretty pastel pink. I thought it was going to be too bright, but it works really well. And I'm just diffusing the edges and I'm bringing it backwards towards the middle of the eye. One thing about this palette, it's very messy. Like if you don't like messy palettes, this one might not be for you, but I still recommend you guys to get it. And they also came out with 2 other of these big palettes, 64 pan palettes, or I think they reduced the size, but they have a purple one with all shades of purple and pinks, and then they have a, I'm gonna say, a more neutral warm tone palette. If you're into colors and you like to have every shade in one palette, then I would say check out those on their website, so you don't have to buy like multiple small little palettes. You can just have one big one right there. I'm taking this pastel purple and I'm placing that in the middle and blending that out. This one is more of a windshield wiper motion. Next, I'm taking a darker purple. It's just 2 shades below. Just packing it on the outside corner, just like that. I'm just packing it on like so. And then I'm going to blend it forward and making it a little C. I didn't want to cut the crease because I do that too much, and I want to show you guys that you don't have to cut your crease all the time to get a desired look, as long as you blend these colors in together. Then I'm taking this a darker purple. I'm taking a little bit of the black, like I only tapped it in 1.5 times. I'm tapping that off and I'm placing that, taking the same brush and I'm placing that where I put that same, well, that lighter, darker purple, and I'm packing that on the outer corner. And I'm going to blend that in, and that right into that lighter purple and the pastel purple to make a really pretty contrast. And I'm taking the brush that I used for the pastel, and I'm going to go over those 2 darker colors and blend that out even more, because I don't want this to be super dark on the outside corner. I want it all to be smooth. And I'm taking that same small brush again, and I'm going back into that lighter, darker purple, because it did get a little bit lost. And I'm gonna just tap that on and then blend that inward and then upward. I took a little bit of that pastel pink just to bring some light back into the front of the eye. I want to have a good contrast. Like, I just want everything to look nice together. I'm taking a small blending brush and I am blending those edges together. I don't want to smoke it out too much. I want to keep everything inward and on top of each other. And I'm going to take a little bit of that darker purple again, and I just want to bring it in just a tad bit more, like that. Just a tad bit. I'm going to take that small blending brush again and blend that inward. I'm going to take my Revolution Blusher Reloaded in Baked Peach. It looks like this. For my waterline, I'm taking my LA Girl Shockwave Neon Liner, and this is in the shade Vivid. And I'm going to go in with that same brush that I used for those darker purples, and I'm going to place that right on the bottom. I'm going to blend that out. These colors are like the same shade, which is great. And I'm gonna blend that upward into the top portion of my eye. And I'm gonna take this flat shader brush and I'm going to go back into that pink pastel shade, and I'm going to place that right here. It's like the 2/3 of the eye, it's not so in the middle. And I'm going to blend those two shades together. Taking that small blending brush, and I'm going to smoke it out even further. Like so. Now for my inner corner, I'm actually going to take my Exodus palette from XXRevolution. It looks like this. I love this palette. If you're into like very warm shimmery tones, this will be a good palette for you. I did do a look on this, well, with this palette before as well. I didn't record it, I just took pictures and it turned out pretty good. So I think I'm gonna go back into this palette again and do another fall inspired look, like a holiday look. So I'm taking this white pink shimmer shade and I'm placing that into my inner corner. Right, it's super bright, banging, and the brush is still wet. I mean, the brush is dry. I'm gonna bring that on the lower lash line as well. Taking that same brush for that lighter pastel pink, and I'm going to help diffuse it because it's a little bit too bright. For mascara, I'm taking the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara, and this is in Majestic Black. This is a nice mascara too. I rarely use this one, and I'm gonna start using it more because this, look at what it did to my lashes. Do you see the difference? Because I do. This reminds me of the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. Is it Too Faced? Yeah, Too Faced. Same packaging almost, just the price tags are a lot different. So I'm taking these lashes that I got from this Instagram brand. It's called Petty Lash, but I believe she changed her Instagram name or her brand name. I'm not quite sure, I can't really remember, but when I find out, I'm gonna definitely leave that in the description box below. Now to finish up the rest of my face, I am going to go into my highlighter Reloaded. This shade Just My Type. It's also from a Revolution. I'm just a Revolution girl. Revolution is like really my favorite affordable brand. Like, look at that. And with this highlighter, you get a lot of product. Like, it's coming out of the pot. I think it was like $11 or $8. And you get a lot for that. Like, it just makes the skin look so wet and pretty. I love it. And you don't need a lot. You use a lot and you're just gonna be glowing, honey. But you know, preference. It's all on you, boo. How much do you want to glow? My lashes are still drying, so I'm gonna just finish up the lips. So I'm going to take my Lingerie Push Up from NYX in the shade After Hours. I don't even know why I just tried to look at the name because I use this all the time. And then I'm going in with the Lingerie Gloss, and this is in the shade Spirit. Right on top. And then I'm taking their Filler Instinct, and this is in the shade Brunch Drunk. Now this lip gloss stinks like really bad. Like it smells like, it reminds me of this bracelet I used to have when I was a kid. It was a plastic bracelet and had glitter in it. And it just had this like nasty smelling smell. Like it made my stomach hurt. This don't make my stomach hurt, but it just reminds me of that bracelet. And here we have our finished look. I will also include somewhere on the screen the outfit that I wore with this little beat right here. So I want to thank you guys once again for tuning in. If you are new, welcome. My name is Amir. I post every Tuesday and Thursday, and I'm all things beauty and fashion related here on YouTube with a little bit of life content. So make sure that you like, comment, and you subscribe, and I hope I get to see you guys in the next one. Bye.